Hello my dear friends, namaste to all of you. Welcome back to my channel. This is Ambika. Well, it's been quite some time, right? I unfortunately was a little too held up in a lot of other things. So it's been quite a few weeks, I think now, since I got a chance to upload a video on this channel. So anyway, here I am once again, and today I'm going to be talking to you about something that I just wanted to share out of, personal choice. Not like anyone asked me for it, but I thought it's worth sharing something. One of the events or one of the experiences that I consider to be, among the important ones in my life, and that was my experience taking part in a reality show, on a television reality show. Yes. So when did this happen? Well, that was quite a long time ago. This was 10 years ago, in the year 2011, 2012. So the second half of 2011 and the first half of 2012. That's when I was associated with this particular reality show. And this was a musical reality show on Malayalam channel. I don't know how many of you have heard of the channel Asianet. Of course, my Malayali friends out there, everyone knows about Asianet. It's one of the leading channels in, the Malayalam TV, Malayalam television. So back then was the time when all these musical shows were really, really popular. And I think every language, every state in India, and every language in India, and every local television in India, probably around the world as well, had their own versions of reality shows, had their own kinds of reality shows, and music shows in particular were really, really popular at one point of time. And that was when on Asianet there was this really popular show called Idea Star Singer, and there were many seasons for this, and I was part of the 6th season, Idea Star Singer season 6. So that's what I was telling you, 2011 and 2012. So, it all started, I think, my interest, of course, in music. Whoever knows me personally knows that I've been associated with music from a very, very young age. And when I was in college, when I was in my 12th and when I was doing my BSc and I was in college, all these reality shows started becoming really, really popular. And right then I started getting this feeling, getting this desire to at least take part in one of them. But somehow I didn't find the opportunity. I did not find a chance to apply for any of those at that point of time. Finally, when I had completed my master's, when I had completed my MSc, which was in 2011, I thought, okay, so the next season is about to begin, and now before I start job hunting after my master's degree, perhaps I'll just give it a go and just see if something works out. Because if it does, it's not about winning or losing, but it's about getting the experience of being part of something like that. Because even before that, I had been part of a lot of stage programs in school, in college, and things like that. But that is completely different. Inter-school competitions and inter-college competitions, the experience in that is very different from what you get on television. Of course, there is a lot of plus and minus in everything, but I'm not talking about anything of that sort at all. It is definitely an experience that's worth getting. At least for me, I still cherish a lot of those memories. Okay, so how did it begin? So in 2011, once I had finished all my MSc semester 4, my final semester exams, and I was still waiting for my results, this audition came up on television. The call for the audition came up on television. So the first round, of course, was anyone who's interested in participating, just record a song of yours and send it to, I think it was in a CD or something like that. Of course, these days, people don't even know that CDs used to exist probably at one point of time. It sounds like it's too outdated now. But anyway, I think it was a CD in which we had to record and just send it to Asianet. And we did that, and then that was the first level of screening. Whoever was shortlisted in that was called for a next level of audition, which was conducted in almost every major districts in the state of Kerala, and I think there were a few other state auditions as well. So this happened, and then even from that, a few more were shortlisted, and then the final audition happened in Trivandrum, which is the capital city of Kerala, and that's where the Asianet head office is located. So we were asked to come there for the final audition, and in the final audition, again, 30 final contestants were selected out of whatever number applied for it from across India or across the globe. I'm not sure about how many, but they say it's usually in thousands that people apply. And you also need to be, I must tell you this, you also need to be lucky enough. It's not only about talent, you also need to be lucky enough to get noticed in the first round when you actually apply for it. Because when there are thousands, it's very easy to probably miss out one or two as well when you think about it from the judge's point of view. You know, 1,000 applications and you have to filter out from that. It's quite natural to perhaps miss out on one or two as well. So yes, luck also does play a role in that. And the final audition in itself was a major experience, and we made a lot of friends, and it was a very good experience. It was a 2-day program, and finally, in the final 30 who were selected, I was one among that. And yes, I still hold this very, very close to my heart. This is something that we were all given, whoever got chosen, whoever got shortlisted in the final 30. You know, it says Idea Star Singer Season 6. And of course, it's probably a very, very small thing, not like a gold medal or anything, but it's still very, very close to my heart, which is why I still have it with me, even if I have moved residences so many times after that, right? Okay, now after that, once we had the final 30, we were just a team of 30, then everything began, the rigorous training, the rigorous practice, and it's not just about vocal practice, it's also about being a complete performer, right? Most of you would have seen it on television, where you are expected to perhaps take part in a little bit of dance, a little bit of acting skills, a little bit of overall, I don't know what, you just call whoever performs there a performer and not just a singer. So learning all that, learning valuable tips from a lot of celebrities and a lot of experts in those areas was an amazing experience in itself. And we made a lot of friends as well. Every month we would have to go to Trivandrum and stay there for a few days for all the shooting and things like that. I did not have any hostel staying experience at all till the end of my college, because fortunately for me, my BSc, my MSc, everything was in my hometown. So I never had to travel away from home for studies. So for me, something similar to a hostel experience was also the first time that I got from there. So all our rehearsals with one of the best orchestra teams in Kerala, Star Orchestra, so they were also amazing. Just being able to perform with them, to get a lot of tips from them was a great experience. Okay, and then came the first day, and I think for me, my name starts with A, of course, and I have always been used to being role number 1 or role number 2 or at the most role number 3 in my school, my college, and wherever I went. And even there, there were just a few names that started with A, and I was contestant number 1 on day 1, episode 1. And I still remember that day, how I trembled on that stage, because somehow everything seemed so different. Because until I went onto that stage, I wasn't completely sure who the judges were going to be. Of course, a couple of them we already knew. They were K.S. Chitra. Everyone knows K.S. Chitra, who is a national award winner. Like several times she's been a national award winner, and she's such a great singer. She's been singing in all the major languages in India. Then there was Sreekumar, who is also an amazing singer, and everyone knows into lots of hit songs, super hit songs in so many languages. So both of them we knew for sure that they would be our judges. And then we had one of the leading music directors in Malayalam as another judge, who was Sriram Jayachandran. And he is a brilliant composer. Everyone in Kerala knows him. Perhaps everyone down south in India knows him and how brilliant his compositions are. And there was also Anuradha Sriram, who is very, very well known in South India again, and she's also an amazing singer. She's also sung in almost all major languages in our country. And to my surprise, there was another judge on that day, okay? And I did not know this until I got onto stage. And he was the great Hariharan, okay? The ghazal singer Hariharan, or the melody king, or whatever you want to call him. Everyone knows Hariharan, I'm sure, because in Hindi, in Malayalam, in Tamil, pick any language, he's got so many super hits, and his voice is so soothing, and he's got so many billions of fans, I'm sure, across the globe. And I never imagined that someone like Hariharan would be among the judging panel, because he'd never been part of this reality show in the previous years. All the others, of course, they have also been major celebrity judges, but they were always part of this show, or at least one of these kinds of shows. So I started trembling. All of these 5 people, okay, 1 or 2, that's fine. But all of them sitting in front of you, and that too, you are standing on stage, and all of them have their chairs right in front of you. The audience is somewhere on the right. My hands literally started to tremble. I couldn't hold my mic still. Oh my goodness, that's one moment I will never forget for the rest of my life. But anyway, it was an amazing experience altogether, because when such great people, when such amazing experienced singers and composers and experts in that field are right in front of you, and they are there to give you feedback on the way you're performing, on the way you're singing, and they share their valuable experiences and inputs and tips and tricks on how you can improve. That just feels really, really good. And not just that, most importantly, it played a major role in boosting my confidence. Definitely that's not just for me, it's for everyone. And what else do I remember? I think, like I told you, I had been a part of many stage programs before, but camera and so many great people in front of me, so many lights in front of me, something that looks like, a movie shooting or something like that, hearing the words take, action, cut, and things like that, those were absolutely new to me at that point of time. That was something completely a new experience to me. And of course, the most important thing was that we couldn't have a look at the lyrics. We couldn't keep a notation stand in front of us. We had to remember the lyrics, of course. That wasn't a major problem for me, because I had always been singing even without lyrics. It's very rare that I have had to use my lyrics to look at when I sing on stage. Perhaps I was used to that at that point of time. So that wasn't a major problem. But as I said, maintaining composure, maintaining calm while singing in front of such great celebrities was a little difficult initially. But then, of course, confidence kept getting boosted up with every stage and with every performance on that particular stage. And I could feel myself getting better and better. I wouldn't say I was getting better in just singing, but most importantly, in my overall confidence, right? That played a major role. So that was an amazing experience for me. And as part of the reality show, we had lots of outings and promo shoots and shoots, just small shoots at beaches and lots of scenic places like that around Trivandrum. And there was also this experience where for a Christmas New Year special shooting, they took us to Lakshadweep, which was amazing, which was super amazing. It was really, really nice. So we traveled on a cruise ship for a couple of days, and we didn't really stay in Lakshadweep, but we just went there, spent almost a day, and did a lot of shooting over there. And even on the ship, it was an amazing experience. We had a lot of shooting, lots of singing, lots of dancing, and all of those. Those memories are still fresh in my mind. And to me, another thing that did change my life, or rather played a major role for me, is that I met my life partner, my husband, who is now my husband. He was also one of those 30, so even he has a star like this. So we have two hanging right here, like two medals at home. So wherever we move, we just carry this. And that's how we met, and we became friends, and we decided to get married, and I think that's about it. So, of course, the show did go on for a little over a year, but for me, I did not make it all the way to the later stages. I got eliminated somewhere a little before midway, somewhere close to half of the season, and my husband went a couple of stages more beyond. But anyway, as I told you, the overall experience was amazing. And I think, for me, in my personal opinion, anyone who wishes to learn something in life, if you get an opportunity like this, it's definitely worth it. Okay? Because, as I said, confidence boosting, you learn to polish your, the words that you speak in front of an audience, perhaps. Not that you always have to, but perhaps it plays a role in a lot of things like this, public speaking, facing a camera, and facing a crowd, and you just end up learning a lot of valuable tips and tricks. And yes, of course, one more major name that I want to mention here is one of our groomers, one of our trainers. She was amazing. She is one of the most popular singers from West Bengal. She's from Kolkata, and her name is Shuchi Smita Das. And if there's anyone who's from West Bengal here, I'm sure you would have heard of her name, and she is an amazing singer. So we were fortunate enough to get a bit of basic Hindustani training and a bit of basic voice training under her guidance, and she was so dedicated and so amazing. And I haven't been able to contact her after that, though. Given a chance, I would love to continue taking voice training under her, definitely, to be very, very honest. So that was another thing. So yes, that's about it. I think an amazing, life-changing experience. One of the most important things that have ever happened in my life that I still cherish till date. So ultimately, after I got married, of course, we got married in 2012, which was after a few months after both of us had got eliminated from the show, of course. We got married in October 2012. So beyond that, I'm sure many of our friends who took part in that, they continued their music profession, music as career. For us, it was a bit of a hard choice to make, for my husband Nikhil and for me. Because we did have our major profession. He did his engineering and I had done my MSc in marine biology. So we had to balance that with music. So just pick one of the two. It was a little risky and difficult as a decision for us to make. Finally, we decided to go ahead with whatever we had studied and go ahead in the educational or professional line majorly, of course, because these days, continuing your passion or giving an opportunity to yourself to express your passion, which in our case is music, is not that difficult thanks to YouTube, right? Because that's a platform, social media, and all of these are amazing platforms where anyone at all can create an opportunity for themselves to communicate to the world what they would like to contribute in their respective fields of interest, right? So we are just keeping it going on as much as we can. Perhaps given the time and effort and energy or everything that it takes, we would have loved to give it a lot more opportunity, but we're just taking it as it comes. So somewhere we just want to keep it going on, which is why we have this channel, and of course, more importantly, we have a music channel as well in the name of Nikhil Shivakumar. And yes, we work together in everything, in every video that we create. Even for this video, the man behind this channel, behind the camera, behind the scenes is Nikhil, and I'm the one who just sits in front of the camera. I don't bother about anything else, because for him, all of this recording, camera, editing and everything, he's like really passionate about all that. But for me, I just prefer doing my job and just finishing it there. I'm not really interested in the other things. Okay. And yes, so that's about it from my side. All the memories, all the experience. And of course, I think most importantly, I must mention this. Maybe somewhere or the other, that experience, that camera experience or that reality show experience has perhaps played a very good role, a major role in indirectly getting me interested in facing the camera, or made me more comfortable facing the camera. And that, of course, made my job at Vedantu a lot more easy, right? Working in EdTech and being a teacher in front of camera, of course, it's not everyone is comfortable with that, but thanks to camera experience, to previous camera experience and the previous classroom teaching experience, I think these two combined have perhaps given me a good combination of a good enough experience to make me comfortable this way, at least reasonably comfortable. So that's about it from my side. If there's anything that you would like to share with me regarding this or regarding your personal experience, something that may be similar to or anything at all that you think might be relevant to this particular story experience, please do share it with me in the comment section below. Please do hit the like button if you have enjoyed this, and please share it with your friends if you think they might be interested as well. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Ambika Gopalakrishnan. I'll see you in yet another video. And until then, remember, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. This is Blissfully yours, Ambika.